G'day, I'm David G, Sheshnag Yoga Center. What on earth is Kundalini? This video is about from science to Sanskrit. Just wanted to make a big video on the reality that if you look into science enough, it'll come to Sanskrit. Like my chiropractor, for instance, she went from the body and treating people into the energetic system that is responsible for running people, into the etheric subtle system that's responsible for running the energetic system, which runs the physical system. And now she's into the chakras and the power of the subconscious mind and how consciousness flows through the etheric body and expresses itself physically. I started off very scientific and then moved through the dimensions that from the physical, understood physics and biology, physiology and anatomy, and then moved on to the subtle components like the muscles, then into the mind, understanding the mind, and then into the spirit, understanding the subtle aspects of myself and trying to work out how exactly the experience happens of spiritual illumination and how that divinity or the subtle energy system influences my whole experience of life. And I came through my intense research. I did 3 years yoga diploma of Satyananda yoga teaching, and then after that I did 3 years of a 4-year masters in Sanskrit to try and understand the vibration of the Sanskrit alphabet for anatomical reasons, because I know anatomically there's a system that resonates, that's invisible, that is actually portrayed on this planet by a lot of things, including the headdress of the pharaohs, the whole caduceus of Hermes Trismegistus, the Asclepius of the medical symbol, the Jacob's ladder, the rainbow serpent of the Aboriginals, you know, the winged serpent of Quetzalcoatl, and there's this special image that has to do with it. It's in Egypt as well as a lot of other cultures that have built pyramids to represent this etheric system that is responsible for spiritual illumination and the unification of God, and then realization of being born in the image of the Creator, and then knowing that through our DNA we can influence the subtle aspect of ourselves via our thoughts to be able to create and manifest the real life experiences. And this is symbolized by the wings of Isis with a circle in the middle, or the wings of the medical symbol with the circle in the middle, or the two serpents coming out the side of a circle in the middle, where the circle in the middle represents Agnya Chakra, which is the third eye, which is the eye that people can see through once they get to a stage of evolution, to do with seeing beyond the physical realm and into the spiritual realm and appreciating the unified reality and the unified aspect of the human soul and bringing that into being, and then expressing that in the best way they can in human form. So there you go. That's how I ended at Sanskrit. I'm a radiographer by profession, so I know that people aren't physical because I take x-rays every day in my work when I do work. So knowing that, I tried to understand the world energetically, and then through that tried to understand my connection with God and the divine, and come to realize that there's a system that is invisible and vibrates quicker than the speed of light, so I can't visualize it, but it's actually innate within the human framework, and it resonates at certain frequencies. And if I know those frequencies, then I can purify those chakras or the petals or the channels within the etheric body, just like I can purify my nervous system to be able to allow that to function more harmoniously. I can do that with my etheric body and work in a way that Sanskrit can actually vibrationally influence my etheric body, so I can work through my issues of being human and the pain that's created through replicating inharmonic experiences in everyday life. So that's how I went from science to Sanskrit. Thanks for listening. Share the world. Om Namah Shivaya. Hara Hara Mahadev. Hara Hara Mahadev. Hara Hara Mahadev.